Hey everyone, welcome to POPXP. And before the show starts, make sure to click that subscribe button and click the bell to get notifications when we go live and we upload awesome new content. And don't forget, if you can, make sure to share our stream on all your social media outlets. We appreciate it, and thanks for helping us grow the POPXP channel. Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's the brain of the mainframe here, Niall Scala with POPXP, and we're here for another exciting episode of Crowdfunding Comics Live. And tonight, joining me as my guest host, my good friend, my pal, Frozen Bald Guy. JC Vaughn, how we doing tonight, buddy?
I am ready to shock the monkey.
Let's do it. Let's shock a monkey. I am down.
Shock a monkey tonight. That's right.
Let's shock a monkey. So how have you been, man? It's so good to see you.
Well, I gotta tell you, we were talking backstage while you were getting some of the art ready that I've sent after today. I've sent 1,536 pages to press in the last 3 months, and I'm sort of tired.
Wow. I hope there's.
I got to tell you, it's a real exciting book. Just before we get into a very exciting show tonight, that I'm really glad to be a part of. Just want to plug the new Overstreet book is called Overstreet at 50.
Oh, nice!
5 decades of the Overstreet comic book price guide. Great Joe Jesko Incredible Hulk cover, and tons of content about the 5-decade history of the Overstreet guide, including the definitive Bob Overstreet interview by yours truly.
Incredible. I'm looking forward to that. We'll have to do a special on this.
It would be fun because it is going to be a fun book, and it's not like, obviously, 5 decades, 50th anniversary and all that. Not going to be something we do on a regular time, thing. So really looking forward to that being in people's hands. I just like we were talking about with Billy's She Return of the Warrior. Mm-hmm. You know in your head what it's going to look like, but I can't wait to hold the book.
Yeah. No, that's exciting. Looking forward to that. We'll definitely have to get that on for a special. And what I've been looking forward to is our guest tonight. This is a really cool comic that threw me for a loop, because I've perused, American mythology in the books they have and things, and I saw this one and it threw me for a loop because I'm not going to get too into it because we'll talk about it, but it's pretty cool, and I like what they've done with their characters and the books here, and also within this creative team is a pair of artists that because of my relationship with you and your work, I'm familiar with them, which is great. It's finally awesome to get to meet them. So, JC, man, without further ado, would you care to introduce our guests?
I would be glad to. First up, we have one of the co-writers of Starring Sonya Devereaux, Nick Capetanakis.
Gentlemen, welcome, Nick. Pleasure to be with you tonight.
It is great to have you here.
Let's shock some monkeys.
That's right.
The monkeys will be shocked tonight.
That is excellent. We are getting into the spirit of this thing. Next up, his co-writer, Mr. Todd Livingston.
Mr. Livingston, welcome.
How do you do? It's nice to see everyone.
Livingston, I presume.
Hello, Todd.
Hello, Nick. Nice. I'm a little down tonight because my monkey was shocked to death.
Dude,
oh, no.
Dude, I hadn't heard anything about that.
That just happened.
I got an alibi.
I think they're on sale on Amazon. You can probably get one Prime delivery.
Yeah, Amazon Prime will have monkeys. That's right.
Oh, wait, it's here now.
So, we have 2 more people to introduce making their YouTube show debut.
Wow.
My frequent collaborators on Vampire PA and a host of other things, Brendon and Brian Fraim.
Hello. Gentlemen, welcome.
Hello. Thank you for having us. It's nice to be sharing a panel to screen with you.
Yes.
Finally. We were going to shock our monkey, but he ran away when we were coming at him with the cattle prod. So,
nice.
Everybody's got a story to tell, and
that's not learned behavior. That's instinctual.
Oh well, it was our first monkey prodding incident.
What is going on here?
So good to see you guys.
Oh, is it a monkey or a monkey?
Great that I so wanted to be on this show, and I have now completely taken it off the rails, for which I apologize. But obviously, I'm wearing a red shirt. I'm ready to beam down. Yes, Dr. Blevins, Monkey Shocking will be televised. Go to YouTube and search Peter Gabriel.
So, were you going over the Beatles thing there as well? Everybody's got something to hide except for
me and my monkey.
Yeah, there you go.
Nick, very nice Beatle transition, because we see Brendon and Brian have the Beatles there in the background. So there you go.
Yeah, and I'm wearing a Star Trek shirt.
They've even got Ringo in there. I think that's great.
Yeah, it sounds a bit like Cagney. So, gentlemen,
was a Beatle.
I want to kick things off and ask, what were the origins of Sonya Devereaux? It comes from America Junior. Does Billy Tucci, you showed up?
Yes, I was having
your own show.
Yeah, I know. I had a meeting with Peros. Hey, Brendon and Brian, what's happening, boys?
Hey, hello, Billy. Good to see you.
Billy, have you met Todd and Nick before?
Nick Kalinikta.
Hello, Billy.
It's pronounced Capetanakis.
Okay, he's from Crete, of course.
Wow, good stuff, man.
That is awesome.
Like I said, Yasas, Afilamu, Tikanis.
You've outstripped my mastery of Greek.
Oh, you can't speak Greek?
I can say spanakopita and gyro.
Where your family's from in Crete?
Merida.
Oh, where's that?
It's a little mountain village in the center of Crete.
Oh, okay. Far out.
Yes, they were disappointed I didn't speak Greek as well.
Indoxi.
Yes.
For what it's worth,
Signovi. That means I'm sorry. Signovi, carry on. Ella.
I caught that, Jeff. I caught that.
Thank you, Niall. I'm glad somebody did. It's why I come here.
So me and Peros were talking. We were having a big meeting, and I ran back from the Legion post with the fulfillment, and then I ran. Then Steve had called, and we were just talking, and I saw that you called Niall, and I apologize. And well, here I am to ruin this show.
There you go. Nick has disappeared. So Todd.
Yes.
Can you tell us the origin of Sonya Devereaux?
You're exactly right. It was America Junior, which is, if you don't know, it's a comic strip that Nick and I co-created back in 2006. And we enlisted...
Illustrated by some artists we know.
Brendon and Brian. And the Sonya Devereaux strips were the very first strips that I wrote for the series, but she did not appear for 3 or 4 months into the run. Mm-hmm. But they were the very first strips that I wrote.
And so, what's the background of the character to set up, and then we'll dive a little further into the series itself.
Sonya Devereaux is based on an ex-girlfriend of mine, and it is kind of an amalgam of several of them, but. This woman in particular was an actress in really, really low budget films. And I was part of that world for a very long time. So I got to know it pretty intimately. And, just a lot of the anger and hate came out and the strip sat for a little while and then, made them funnier. And she just became, a character unto herself. And it was so much fun to create the titles of the awful films that she was in that after a while, we were just like, let's do one of these. And so for a month during the run of America Junior, we did a series of strips that was a Sonya film, and then we just decided to do it as a full book. I mean, we're talking about 10 years,
of course,
of time.
Can we make an amendment to that? Because I don't know if we remember it. Yeah, Nick and Todd, if you remember when we did America Junior, we did all the weekends pinups,
right?
Where it was like guest artists would draw, and we drew plenty of them. And we did one of Naked or the Damned 2,
right?
Sonya Devereaux, and that was probably a catalyst for the new series.
Yeah.
You don't agree?
Do you guys have a lot of fun making up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that question again, please?
Do you have a lot of fun making up the names of the movies? There was a guy in the Antiques who was watching in-room movies, and one of them was Zombie Remains of the Day. And I just love making up the titles of bad movies.
Yeah,
I know Naked Are the Damned too. I mean, I don't know if we could tell you where we got that title from. It's actually from the first Simpsons Halloween special, because the Bart story with the aliens, the story is called Hungry
Are the Damned.
Hungry Are the Damned. So we actually, obviously
Inspired. We were inspired.
Yes, very much inspired by it.
So, how did it come about that you guys actually lined up? Did you shop it around at various places and then American Mythology said yes, or did you just start with them and they loved it, or what was the story there?
We shopped it around. There was at least one other comic book publisher that we tried. And then, we got in good with American Mythology, with us doing the Three Stooges and Todd doing Rocky and Bullwinkle. So we kind of pitched it to them.
Mhm.
And the rest is history.
They were foolish enough to say yes.
And they're a great home for the book.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that they probably have a pretty good claim on being significant publishers of Brendon and Brian, considering the stuff they've done with me there and the stuff you guys have done. It's pretty darn good.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at the track record of, we're all small publisher, small creators fighting in the comic book field now. What audience have you guys found with this? Have you found like people who really like it? Because I think it's amazingly clever and very entertaining. But I never like to use myself as an indicator of what other fans are going to say.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that the people that we have met who really love the book. It's the hard part is just getting
someone to try it.
Yeah, getting someone to try it, getting someone new to try the book.
Yeah.
Well, are you getting enough exposure, like with American Mythology and stuff? Are the books, through Diamond and getting into comic shops? I mean, how has this really been pushed? Because now, obviously, you guys are going to be bringing this great series to INDIEGOGO.
Yes. I think they're doing a pretty good job. It's also, it's not so much, it's like partially on American Mythology, but it's also partially on the comic book store retailer.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always going to be an uphill climb.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
And especially now, this particular year, when
why this year, Todd?
Whatever year this is.
Stores just were closed for many months. I mean, the stores that were open are just barely, and they don't have enough money to bring in all the independent comics that they would like to bring in.
Yeah. Yep. They have to make tough choices, and sometimes the little guy loses out.
Yeah.
Now is the series available digitally though for anyone that is watching the show and just like, hey, let me just dive into this right away?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, American Mythology, you can get the digital download PDFs on their website.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fantastic! That's awesome.
And oddly enough, they're also going to be available on an INDIEGOGO.
An INDIEGOGO.
That's just crazy talk.
Why don't we just jump in and talk about the INDIEGOGO?
All right, so this just launched. You guys literally just launched this.
Live. Okay, I didn't realize.
This is live.
Couple hours ago.
So everyone out there, this is live. This just hit. All the viewers out there, start sharing this. The link is in the description. I updated the link for the live INDIEGOGO campaign. Let's try to start spreading it out there. Throw it on your Twitters, your Instagram, your Facebook, whatever you're using. Let's start pushing Starring Sonya Devereaux and start pushing this, because guys, they're hitting INDIEGOGO. Let's show them why INDIEGOGO is the best platform for crowdfunding comics, and really let's get out there and start pushing. And guys, this looks awesome. I mean, it's so cool. I love it. And I'm not gonna lie, when I first I thought this was actually this was after a real person, because obviously in the past there's been comic books about real actors and actresses, and it took me, I'm not that that dumb. I caught on eventually, pretty quickly, but it's such a cool concept. And really quick though, I do want to just throw up. So the Fraim brothers were nice enough to send over some images, but I mean, look at the covers here and just how you guys. I mean, this is great. I love this right here.
I could say about the trade paperback cover is we always do
JCV, he'll attest to this. We always do sketch ideas, various cover ideas, and this time for this one we did. I had 7. I just had to come up with an 8th one, and I did that.
and that was the one we loved. So
that's what.
8 is the perfect number apparently.
8 is enough.
Yep, there you go.
So we're not that young.
Cool stuff, man.
I don't get the reference. Sorry.
So this is cool. So now, how many issues is this actually going to be in your graphic novel? Is it the 4 that are listed here?
The first 4.
First 4.
Awesome. And when were these first published?
Started in
2016.
2016. Yep.
Longer than that.
No. Well, I mean the comics 2016.
Well, we probably drew the first 3 issues in 2007, 2008, 2010, sometime around there. Yeah.
Nice.
It's beautiful.
It is. It's cool. This is great.
Yeah.
So now
the frames are just unbelievable. Everything is so perfect with everything they put on paper.
That's a line, you know it.
And it's not a lie.
And Todd and Nick, your writing is just so adequate. It's so adequate. I mean, you know how to get the words on the page and everything. I mean, you're a great typist.
I mean, it really comes down to typing skills. I'm just so proud of both of these fingers in particular.
Well done.
And Brendon and Brian, we know that you guys aren't writers and don't know what words mean, but the one you're looking for is awesome, not adequate.
Oh yes, of course. We usually have someone read your scripts to us.
They have an app for that now.
Me word read good.
We're paying you too much.
So let me actually, more important, how did you guys even get together? How did this creative team come to be? They're twins.
That's how they got together.
Am I falling out of?
No, I'm talking all 4 of you. How did all 4 of you come together to be the whole creative team?
Robert, one person. Robert Tennell.
Yeah, I think Bob Tennell.
Ah, good old Bob Tennell.
He, I think he approached us, 2005 or 6 probably, and saying he knows this guy who's writing this like political satire webcomic, and he thought we should contact him or we should get together because our style would be a perfect fit for that political satire.
And it was.
Yep. They were willing to slum, and it worked out.
But I've known Nick for well over 10 years.
10 years, 11, 12 years. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were doing stand-up comedy together back in the 1940s. It was right after vaudeville.
Everybody loves dancing. Nice.
So
very good, boys.
Yeah, you should see Nick
Friday night in the Catskills.
Should see Nick do the Lindy Hop. He's really good at it.
He used to be before the hips went out.
Niall, you should refresh the page.
That's awesome.
We've lost money.
Oh no, you have not lost money. It just hasn't shown mine yet because I just backed it.
Oh, there you go. It usually will automatically update.
You're a sweet man, Tex.
So let me ask though each, like, what are all your backgrounds? Starting with you, Todd. I mean, besides doing the comics, I know you've been involved in other things. Can you kind of give us your origin story into the industry?
Yikes!
Background. It's a closet door. Please, Todd, continue.
I started out in radio, actually, and then.
Well, you got a face for radio.
Yo, buddy, well done. There you go.
Kidding, just kidding.
And moved. Nick and I were in the comedy group Open Season together, and toured the country in Canada, which is the country above us. And
by the way, AKA America's Hat.
America's Nest, really.
America's toupee.
There you go.
And gosh, every decade seems like it's a whole nother lifetime, doesn't it?
Mm.
Yeah.
Then got involved in TV and writing for TV and films, and met Bob Tennell and did a couple of successful graphic novels together and brought these
Black-
guys in, and
Forest and Wicked West.
it's just like you keep adding ingredients to the soup.
Yeah. Very cool. Now, what kind of stuff for television and movies did you work on? Anything anyone out there would know?
Yes. I did a lot of live television, live event television. I've got a couple of Emmy Awards for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Fantastic.
Awesome. Fantastic.
Did a comedy show with Carmen Electra. It was a late night pilot. Nick and I did a feature comedy, a supernatural comedy called So You've Downloaded a Demon that premiered at the Cannes Film Festival. That's in France.
France.
That's what they speak
not
in
French
Canada
Jr.
as well.
They speak France in Canada.
Now, are you guys into the paranormal at all?
Oh, yes.
Ooh, Niall.
Now you're talking, Billy.
I love the paranormal. I'm actually working on our Poptober schedule, and I'll be working with a good friend of mine who's a comic creator, but he knows some of the famous paranormal TV stars.
Whoa.
So I'm going to see who I can bring in. It'd be great. Get the guys.
Are they stars of paranormal TV or are they paranormal TV stars?
Ooh.
Mind blown.
Can you get the Loch Ness Monster on?
We're trying. His people are hard to get a hold of. We've scoured.
He's slippery. He's slippery.
He's a slippery little guy.
So, I've met Bigfoot, if that's like paranormal. You guys consider that paranormal, or that's just fact, right?
I think that's fact.
Yeah.
We actually had a guest, Miss Brightweiser, actually saw Bigfoot, remember, right, Niall?
Yeah. He has a story when they were on the highway and it ran across the highway or something.
Yeah.
My wife and daughter saw Bigfoot here in Virginia Beach, right outside the Great Dismal Swamp.
What?
Yeah.
At a Steckies.
I love it. I love this so much. Sorry, I digress. Let's get back.
Is this true though? Is this true?
That's a true thing. I mean, it may not have been Bigfoot, but they're pretty convinced it was.
A pretty hairy dude.
And they're not believers in that sort of thing either. So
yeah. No, I love the paranormal, UFOs, aliens, UFOs, ghosts, all that stuff. I love it.
We've written a specific comic about each one of those things.
The bottom row here, well, it was the bottom row. We did a comic series about a decade ago called The Odd Squad that was like a bumbling paranormal investigating troupe.
I do have a screenshot of that as well, if I can find it in time to be relevant to the
conversation.
It looks just like Billy.
There you go.
Get a pen.
You had to get a what?
Share screen. Application window. There, share. All right. And then I can't see myself after that. So tell me when it's gone.
Oh, cool. The Odd Squad. This looks great. Oh, nice.
Fraim Brothers, you guys are fantastic.
Yeah, you guys are.
Thank you.
Very cool.
They draw good.
They draw good and funny.
Yeah. Hey, Brendon, and Brian, what do you guys like drawing? What are you guys fans of art-wise?
We're superhero guys. Yeah, pretty much. You like you got to go with the classics like Jack Kirby and Steve Ditko. We're big fans of Steve Rude, Alex Toth, Bernie Wrightson. We have hanging on our wall up here. We have a page from Batman Aliens by Bernie
I thought it was
Wrightson.
going to be Bernie himself, and that was going to be disturbing.
That would be very disturbing.
Nobody better tell Steve Niles.
But if anybody's going to come back to life, it would be Bernie Wrightson.
Wouldn't that be a gift to the world, actually?
It would be.
I love that man. Loved him. But who didn't?
Yeah.
That said, who are your favorite Beatles?
Early on, Billy, I apologize for derailing this show. I had nothing to apologize for.
My favorite Beatles are the Scarabs, myself.
For me, it's Billy Shears.
There's a Sgt. Pepper's, album insert there, and I was curious as who their favorite Beatles were.
Probably Paul, then George,
Ringo.
And then John, and then Ringo.
Wow.
Not in that order.
Oh.
And what about Jimmy Nicol?
Alphabetical order.
Thank you, Billy, for the Australian tour reference.
Not sure if you're aware of Michael Soloff has a podcast called Beatles.
I thought it was Off the Beatle Track.
Oh, is that what it's called? It's called Off the Beatle Track.
He's still doing that? He's still doing it?
Yeah.
We can see you're all big fans.
Yeah.
I
knew
he
that.
still does that thing? The thing with the band?
Matter of fact, he's just added another radio show on a different topic.
Oh,
So,
yeah?
He's still doing that one too.
Beatles.
What's the topic?
It's the Beatles, the insects.
That's a fair question now. What's the topic?
What's the topic?
Well, let me ask you a question. So, Mike, does there need to be a topic?
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. Wow.
That's deep.
I'm going to say yes.
Yes.
Hey,
yes.
Nick, so tell us about your background in origin story.
All right, let's see.
Just back on track.
I was a big fan of Jonah Hex, Weird War, comic books growing up, Mad Magazine, of course, which made my mom concerned about me. And when I was in college, I started doing stand-up comedy with a friend of mine, Nick and Dave. I was Nick in that. I also started doing a comic strip, which I wrote and drew.
Why don't you pull that up?
I don't have that, but I could draw it slowly as we're doing this. So from that stand-up experience, I joined Todd's comedy group, Open Season, and of course made them much better. And we played New York and Los Angeles and Canada, I think was mentioned earlier. That is the TUCC of America. And since then, I've been doing improv comedy, writing these comic books that we're talking about. Todd and I did that movie. And I also got married and had a child and
Congratulations.
2 kittens, a dog. So things are exciting.
Nice. And now you're on Indiegogo. The world is yours.
It just keeps getting better, brother. Thanks,
Well,
man.
you got the good thing is, and again, you guys were talking about the retailers earlier, and things are bad all over, obviously, in the retail world because of this. But what you have an opportunity now is through social media and all is to sell directly to the fans, because retailers, with the way their budgets are, the way how insoluble the comic book industry is, and look what happened. The shops closed down after 2 weeks. The whole industry closed down after COVID for 2 weeks, and so they have to pick and choose their budgets, very very carefully, and they have to go with the Spider-Mans. They have to go with the X-Men. They have to go with the bread and butter, obviously. And I'm an indie guy as well. We all are. And you can't blame them for that. And it's understandable. But retailers, so they won't. I found that they won't push your books for you until you don't need them to push it, really.
Mm-hmm.
But what's great about this with the crowdfunding with Indiegogo, and it's not easy, and you have to be in it for the long haul. It's a marathon, not a sprint. But now you can connect directly with the customers themselves.
Billy, I'd like you to see if you can fit another cliche into that diatribe there.
Thank you. Well, I'm trying to make things.
It is an uphill battle.
No, but I love the opportunity to actually to have this connection with the fans and they hold you accountable, which is pretty amazing. Because if you fail, you don't deliver your books, they're going to let you know, and by doing that, they're going to let you know with their dollars.
Like seriously, when we were packing your stuff on Saturday,
yes,
and that was really good because what did you do first thing Monday? You got a ton of pictures up, like the loaded postal truck and everything else like that going out, and you can see what the level of response is. Mm-hmm. And that's the exciting part about this. By the way, you guys are now up to $210.
There you go, fellas.
Hey.
Yeah. And I can't quite see what's the percentage.
42%.
42%.
But the cool thing is like I said, but
it can go beyond that.
you're gonna have it. Are you up for 30 days? What's the how many?
Yeah, that's 30 day
30
campaign.
days. Yeah, you go in demand.
Is that 30 days in a row?
Yes.
Because,
Yes.
wow. Oh man, that's not as much time as I thought.
You have 30 days, and then you can go in demand if they choose so.
Yeah, and when you're in demand, it's like a store. Like our in-demand campaign, our in-demand numbers doubled our first 30-day numbers.
Wow. So tell us.
Granted, my campaign has been up for 6 months because of COVID and everything like that. And I'm like, well, the hell with it. I'll keep it open until I deliver the books.
I know what in demand is, but why don't you explain it to the viewers?
In demand is once you have your Indiegogo campaign, it ends on your 30th day, 30 days from today. Then you get the choice of closing your campaign or leaving it in demand. And in demand it's basically a store. Your campaign continues almost like in a store mode. It's still open. It's just the same as it was when you were actually when the campaign was actually open and funding, if you will. So you can have this big thing for the ending, and the campaign's going to close in 2 hours, and then you could just say, "And guess what? We're in demand." Or you could extend it for another 30 days if you'd like. And the 11th hour of your 29th day, you could be like, you know what? Things are going great. We have a lot more plans for this book. We're going to extend it for another 30 days, and that gives you a whole new life to the project, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And you promote it and all. That gives you guys all the more time to put that book together.
And the goal is 500, but we are willing and able to take more, correct?
505?
Absolutely.
Yes. All right. Well, that's a good thing. You know, I don't want people to feel intimidated that the 500 has been met and they wanted to give us a couple million more. It's fine. They can do that.
Yeah. I think you guys are very flexible, and I think that it's a great spirit of cooperation that you're willing to accept more money for this. I think that's really terrific.
Yeah, my brother did.
I want to say
it is the American way.
And listen, I want to say this: that obviously, given the number of times we work together, I'm quite a big fan of Brendon and Brian. But I love what all of you guys are doing on this book, so I'm really excited to be able to get a collected edition of it. And to somebody who hasn't tried it out, first Todd, then Nick, what's your elevator pitch for this book? Maybe
Todd. These are the B movies of the 306th best actress in America. So
that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
And so for people who haven't seen one yet, is it all her making the movie, or is part of it actually the movie, or how do the stories work?
It's predominantly the movie. Every issue is a different genre of film. Sometimes she's in a horror movie, sometimes she's in a Western, sometimes she's in a vampire movie, sort of zombie movie. But the cheap ass films. And the opening and closing is scenes from her life that sets up why you're going to watch a movie.
Mm-hmm. Like the first one, Naked or the Damned 2, she's at a Comic-Con. She's signing books, and they actually premiere the film there. So she gets to watch it with the audience at the convention. Then afterwards, once we've seen the entire film, we get to see beginning to end. Once we've seen the film, the audience starts asking her questions that she can't answer because she doesn't know anything about the movie itself. So you get to see like a full spectrum of her life and the film as well. So the enjoyable part for us is the movie, but also the extras that come with it. With one of them, what was it, Vampire Academy 4, where she does the interview.
Yeah.
So the premise is that the interviewer from some online horror fanzine comes in and interviews her. She's just teasing him the whole time. They watch the film, and afterwards, they start the interview. But then, as the extra, you get to read the interview that he ends up doing. And I hate to say nice things about us, but the whole damn thing is funny. And then the interview is as funny as the film itself. So it's a lot of fun.
Is all that bonus material in the trade as well?
Yep. Plus, even extra more.
Extra
more extras.
What a brilliant concept.
Not to be cliche, but we go the whole 9 yards on this one.
Very nice.
Nice. Now, where do you guys?
The whole kit and caboodle.
The whole kit and caboodle. Now, is this for all of you guys? I know Brendon and Brian, you've worked on stuff for JC that he's done crowdfunding and stuff for. But is this your guys' first crowdfunded campaign for your guys' products?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
So and have you done anything else on Kickstarter or anything of that nature?
Anything? We did artwork for someone else who had a project on Kickstarter. It was for an advent calendar for role-playing game players, where instead of you open it up and instead of opening the little doors and you get candy, there's polyhedron dice in there. 20-sider, 12-sider, 10-sider, 8-sider.
I could use some cider right now.
Yeah.
I'll go get it.
Apple cider.
No.
So we did the first one, and that went gangbusters on Kickstarter, and then we did 3 more that went gangbusters even more, and now he wants to do more. So.
No, cool, and that's what. Oh, neat.
Oh, nice.
Neat.
Beautiful.
That's cool.
Yeah, hold on.
Cool idea.
Oh, wow.
Very nice.
Oh, cool.
So all the panels open, and then they can roll the dice on the base here.
Oh, neat.
That's how Niall makes most of his good decisions.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm sitting here doing this show. I don't know. Is that a good decision?
Well, that was obviously Snake Eyes.
No. But I mean, so are you guys prepared? I mean, so there's a lot of self-marketing with this, constantly pushing with hitting social media and things like that. Have you guys talked about your game plan and how you're going to keep marketing and pushing this graphic novel to try to get it to as many people as possible?
We were hoping to take this opportunity to talk about it with each other.
We're going to keep pushing and marketing this graphic novel to people.
That's a damn good idea. Let's do that.
Maybe hit up Twitter. Maybe go on Twitter.
On social media, right?
Social media, yes.
Yes. Okay.
You guys are great.
I'm like, no, this is it.
Like,
we'll go on social media and not hate.
There you go. Just be positive about it. That's all.
That's right.
I'm taking out a newspaper ad.
Yeah. There's a cave that I'm drawing a painting on the cave. It's a buffalo mostly, but I'm hoping to sell a few comic books in there too.
We're gonna try telegraph wire. I don't know if we can draw that way, but we're gonna try. Maybe drop some leaflets from the space shuttle. I don't know.
Morse code.
Now that's a good idea. Get to everyone, but this is cool, man. And congratulations to you guys on getting this going. I think you're starting on the right platform. INDIEGOGO has a hell of a following, and if you get to the right ears, the evil one.
If I may interrupt for a minute, ask which one's the evil one, and I'll answer that.
With the goatee, obviously.
Yeah, we're both evil.
Wait.
I really appreciate that. I have never discussed this with you guys, but the whole evil twin thing, what about evil twins? Come on. Plural.
Both can be evil.
Why not? Why would we limit your evilness?
Do both of you have evil twins?
No, they are evil twins.
But yeah, we're the evil twins.
But there's a pair of good twins somewhere?
Well, not anymore.
No.
Dun, dun, dun.
Not that anyone can prove.
Yeah, it's been done before though in The Shining. So
the shitting.
It's still our idea.
Quiet, you want to get us sued?
The Simpsons are everywhere.
It really is. It is nerve-wrackingly automatic.
Mm-hmm.
I have a which one of you will use a laser to make an ad
on the moon? Yeah.
That would be Chairface Chippendale in The Tick.
Oh,
and it gets blamed on Charo.
I love The Tick.
The Tick is great.
I love Charo.
Thank you, Brendon and Brian.
Yes.
I know a lot about the work you've done, but I don't know what you started on. What did you start on? How did you get started in this wacky business?
Long ago, in the previous century, we started on a slave labor graphics book called The Waiting Place, which was like a slice of life teen drama written by Sean McKeever, who went on to bigger and better things.
Yeah.
And then that led to some other independent work with Tony DiGirolamo and The Fix and his Jersey Devil. We did a couple issues of those, which led to Kenzer and Company, where they did the Hackmaster role-playing game and their Knights of the Dinner Table comic/magazine. The Knights of the Dinner Table spun out into Knights of the Dinner Table Illustrated, which took the role-playing game characters that the characters in the strips played and then showed them in the gaming world. That led to other role-playing game work, and then that eventually led to meeting up with Todd and Nick and doing America Junior and Yad Squad, and meeting JCV and doing the Antiques, the comic strip, and Vampire PA, and hey, there you go.
There you go, Antiques.
That's our Stan Lee strip.
Yes, it is.
Very nice.
We got a very nice feedback from Stan that we made that the boys made him look good.
They did. It looks great in that.
Actually, he said, we asked him if we could put him in the strip, and his response was, "Sure, make me famous."
and that's their cover from the Vampire PA one shot. Yeah. They of course did all the interior art, but I just love that. That was the splash page 5, and I just thought maybe it was 7, but it was. I just love that page.
I think it might have been 4 or 5.
Yeah, it was a right hand page, so I think it's either 5 or 7. I can't remember because when we added the previously on Vampire PA, it might have jumbled the page numbers in my head. But I just love that.
And then you guys are working on Flight.
It's complete. You can find it on Aces Weekly, and now you can finally get the whole graphic novel as one. Though it is a sort of convoluted process to do it. I'm not super happy with that.
Page 7.
It is page 7. How about that? I remember.
Suck it.
What do you guys?
You win this round.
We talk about artichokes.
What do you guys use? Do you ink with a brush or a pen?
Mostly brush. Brian's the inker. That's me. I use mostly brush, but I use pens for the straight line stuff, technical stuff.
Yeah. You got a great like the edges, a great dry brush quality to it. I love the soft edges and all you do. Beautiful, and the air rendering and everything like that. Fantastic.
Thank you. That's from looking at Mark Schultz's work.
We also learned that they use templates, which are behind them. Yeah. So we were all very disappointed to find that out. I think there's a little Batman in there. They just trace it out.
Maybe. Quiet, Nick. You're giving away all our secrets.
So Critical Blast wants to know if we can talk about artichokes. Todd Livingston.
Yeah, they're delicious.
Are they?
Yeah, they're real. My wife knows this restaurant in Rome where you go in the basement, and it's the closest you can get to where Julius Caesar was stabbed. It shares a wall with the tunnel that he was walking in, and their specialty is artichokes, and they're the best artichokes I've ever had.
What you like have to eat them with a knife there?
Eat them with your mouth.
I mean,
what's the whole point of Julius Caesar being stabbed then?
Yeah, you can take a stab at having an artichoke there.
Oh,
yeah.
Well done.
That's
Nick.
the whole stand-up thing.
I didn't have one. I ate 2.
Bravo! You can take a bow on that one. That was very good.
That was well done.
So for all the new people that are in the chat that are coming in, make sure to check out on Indiegogo live just a couple hours ago. Starring Sonya Devereaux exclusive graphic novel is live. So check it out, back it, share it, whatever you can. Remember, guys, you know, we understand times are tough right now, but you can always share. You know, the least you can do is share.
Absolutely, Niall. There's a lot. Listen, there's a lot of people facing a lot of challenges right now, and they still love comics and everything else like that, but they can't support something right now. And man, I know from personal experience, when you share this link out for creators, it really helps them. So please, by all means, share this thing around. These guys put a lot of great work into it. First off, there's not enough funny comic books out there, and this is one of them. And it's good quality stuff too. There's a lot that goes into every issue. Great storytelling, and apparently we're seeing great storytelling right now. And I just got to say that I really think that people who give this a try will really like it. I didn't get what it was about at first. I got it because all these creative guys that are involved in it, and I just loved it. And I'm very happy to be supporting this one. And I think all you guys that are able to do so should do so too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, I know, like, because it says in here kind of why you hit crowdfunding and stuff with COVID-19 and retailers and things. But if you find success with this, I mean, is this kind of a direction you guys want to keep going with in the future with your other books, or even continuing this series to also maybe go the crowdfunding route? Is this kind of like a test to see?
I think if we're successful, we'll probably never do it again.
If we get that $1 million that Nick was talking about earlier.
Yeah, we're just going to quit.
There you go. You'll never need to do another one again.
Well, yeah, I mean,
you don't even have to fulfill it.
Look, $210. This is our most successful book, so we are going to keep at it. Absolutely.
Awesome. And what do you guys have planned after? Is there other issues that are in the works for Sonya Devereaux?
Well, yeah. Well, see, we started the Indiegogo with the idea that it was just going to be for the trade paperback, and but we have a new issue coming out December 2nd, which is a superhero issue called Violet Vixen, and just in the process, we have included that in this campaign. So yeah, we've already started to go beyond, and there's already a script written for the issue beyond, and
we just got it.
And so, yeah, the answer is we would like to go as long as we can with this.
As long as American mythology will have us.
And we're still, how difficult a business it is. We're still trying to find our way as far as finding the audience.
Yeah.
They're trickling in. And we've been really fortunate to have a couple of prominent cosplayers. Costume is the character, and her fans have found the book. I mean, they'd never heard of it before until they saw this cosplayer doing a Sonya costume. So we're pushing.
Yeah, I think everything you guys have to do, and this is the reality right now. The days that you did a comic book or a graphic novel and your publisher took care of promoting it are done. And you can sit around pining for them, or you can get out there and promote it yourself. And that's just the way it's going to be. And it doesn't matter if you're doing something for DC or Marvel or anything else like that. Yeah, they have their few big things that they'll get behind. But we saw it firsthand for Billy on Sergeant Rock, which was very acclaimed comic book, but it was acclaimed because Billy got out there and marketed it. And my friend John Snyder III with his adaptation of Lawrence Block's 8 Million Ways to Die. It was all him getting out there and talking to people and showing the art and doing everything like that. You guys have a great product here.
Yeah,
so
you do.
It's going to be on you guys to be relentless about getting it out.
Yeah, I mean, it's a full-time job when you're crowdfunding, and I know you guys are working with American Mythology. I'm sure they're going to handle your fulfillment and all that stuff, but really, it's a full-time job. Every day you have to be pushing, making new posts. Getting on these streams is great. It really is, and talking about it, because each stream has its own audience. There will be that, the cross where, we all have a lot of the same fans, but at the same token, there's bigger shows, other shows that, have a different fan base. And the more you keep pushing, the more it grows. And a lot of people, as they're exploring you live like this, they start backing your product and sharing your products in your books and things. So it's fantastic when it's successful. It's a full-time job when you do crowdfunding, but the rewards are worth it.
Niall, there's a great question from Critical Blast about the Stooges here. Can you put that one up?
Yeah, I was about to put that up. Do the Three Stooges appearance make it into the trade paperback?
Brendon and Brian have done a lot of great Three Stooges story. I was lucky enough to write one of them.
The first one.
It wasn't it? The Big Nyuk Nyuk. And I've got, by the way, I have got 2 others in the works and requested you guys, but that's on me because obviously with the work situation, I haven't written anything for that yet. But
okay,
I have you guys thought about a Sonya Stooges crossover?
Don't think it's and the licensing gods will allow it.
They might think C3 Entertainment, who owns the Stooges, might think Sonya's pretty racy.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She's got gams.
Nice gams. Who's your favorite Scream Queen, if I may ask that question?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
There's so many. I used to have dinner with Brink Stevens every Thursday night.
Oh, wow.
So I love Brink. I love Linnea. The classics.
Does Jamie Lee Curtis still count?
Yeah, I think she's still within the. I mean, she's not now, but she can be included in a book of Scream Queens. Yeah.
Yes.
Faye Ray. I think maybe Faye Ray was my favorite.
Mm-hmm. And she was a screamer.
She was.
Now, Todd had mentioned earlier the cosplay players who have dressed up as Sonya characters. If you scroll down some for the Violet Vixen one, you'll see one of the covers has a cosplay.
Nick's favorite cover.
Was that my pick? There you go.
Right here.
That's freaking hot. That was awesome.
Oh, it's Karen Nicole. Oh, Karen did that.
Yeah, it looked like Karen, didn't it?
Yeah, it does actually.
Like the Karen. I mean, if you scroll up, that is beautiful, boys. Look at that. Just.
Well, I'll tell you, whenever
look at those hands.
Whenever I post a picture on Facebook of Sonya, it would tag Kara every time, automatically. And so, we started talking, and she said, "Well, why don't I do a cosplay cover for you?" And I said, "What is that?" And then she explained it to me, and I said, "That's a great idea."
Todd said, "What's a cover?"
What is this cover you speak of? Yeah, no, that's awesome.
I think it's a great idea, and I think that it may be one way for you guys to find your audience. That's the hardest part here, is that you've got a great product, and you just need to out in front of the right people and get some space there. I think one of the fun things about it is when you do find those fans, and I already know a few of them, that they love this book.
Mm-hmm.
So and that's why it's one of the other reasons it's not just my own taste. I can't recommend this enough just based on the reactions of the other people who get it.
Yep.
Yeah. There's literally nothing else being published like Starring Sonya Devereaux. This is a completely unique concept.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like it.
And
before.
the pioneers, the skeletons shot full of arrows pointing the way west. But I think it's a worthy endeavor, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I went to dinner with a friend of mine, and he said, "So I keep seeing this thing on Facebook that you post about this thing." He says, "What's that about?" And I said, "Well, you could read every post that I put out there, or at least one of them, because it kind of explains it." But I had to tell him in person what it was, and he was like, "Oh, that's a great idea."
Like that's nifty.
Yeah,
Louise Simonson, is she going to get a copy of the Spider, Shark, and Snake Bear?
That would be awesome.
She should.
That came out great.
Yeah.
Thank you. Snake, Spider Shark, and Snake Bear. That's better than even Sharknado. I'm telling you. That's cool. Yeah, like Jeff said, man, this is cool. And you know, Brendon and Brian, like you said, I mean, there's nothing like this out there, you know, and it's neat, it's refreshing. And really, I'm gonna check this out myself. You know, I'll probably go on American Mythology and get a couple digital issues and start reading it, seeing what this is. Because
Niall, cool. once you do that, man, you're gonna dig it. And
I have a feeling I am.
You will end up joining me in backing this campaign, as I hope will everybody. And I'm not calling out TJ or Mobseed or Heroinberg or Critical Blast or Russell Hackney or anybody.
Russell Hackney.
Yeah, not calling out anybody in specific. I'm just saying, give it a shot, check it out. You will not be disappointed. And this is a great small indie company that takes a lot of risks on stuff. Obviously, they do Vampire PA, they do Zombie Proof. I'm very biased. I love these guys, but they do a lot of other stuff, and this fits right in because they are eclectic. So support that.
Hey, Niall, they're all our babies, and I love them all equally, but the one that I still read and it makes me laugh every time is Debutante Desperado. So start with that one.
I'll start with that one.
Yeah,
definitely.
You know, isn't it like the worst thing ever? You're sitting there reading your own stuff, laughing out loud.
I know.
Yeah, and you know, you remember those old Army commercials? I am an army of one. And I was sort of like, I'm an audience of one. If I laugh, that's the goal. I don't want other people not to laugh.
Right.
But you know, that's that's just a bonus.
Russell loves you guys a lot.
That's great.
We love to know what are the perk levels. Do you guys?
This is a good question. We have not covered this. What are the perk levels?
Let's take a look, boys.
There's a lot of them. Too many to remember.
First, you can tip Sonya. It's $1. It's cheap. She deserves a tip.
Someone said you should have named it Just the Tip.
Just the tip.
Thank you.
We were avoiding. We don't like the sexual innuendo stuff, so let's stay away from that.
Innuendo.
So you guys got the $5 digital. Naked Are the Damned 2. So each separate issue, it looks like you can get a digital copy for a $5 backing.
Correct.
Very cool. And then you start. So the Sonya Devereaux SSSB #1 and 2 covers. So that's for $10. So then each issue you have basically your A and B covers.
Right.
For $10. So I mean, you have very favorable pledge levels here to really even get you started.
Very accessible. Very accessible.
Now with the digitals, though, if you're backing the campaign, so these will all come to them direct. Do you know if they'll be going directly to the digital backers right away once the 30 days times out?
They should. I mean, we should have somebody from American Mythology here as well. But I would assume,
for not being here.
I would assume.
Okay. Well, if anyone has, just message me if you really want to know, and I can find out for you guys. And then, so for $20, you've got another level choice of 2. So the Violet Vixen 3 covers for $20. I mean, you're getting 3 books for $20. That's great value. Both Sonya TP editions, trade paperback editions, not toilet paper, $40.
That's the one I did.
Yes, and one of those covers is exclusive to Indiegogo.
Oh, fantastic!
The red one.
The red one. So this is the exclusive Indiegogo cover. Is your red cover here?
And I tell you what, I've always my entire life wanted to do a book with a cover like those 100-page DC
100-page giants from DC, man. Absolutely.
Those are my heart, man. And Brendon and Brian just designed it perfectly.
Awesome.
That's great.
And then for $50, you get the Indiegogo exclusive trade paperback in all 3 of the Violet Vixens.
And also that cosplay cover, that is exclusive to Indiegogo. Mm-hmm. The Karen, that particular Kara Nicole Violet Vixen cover is an exclusive for this campaign.
There'll be another Kara Nicole's cover that'll be in previews, so stores can order it. So you can get that one through your comic book store.
But not this one.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
It'll be a separate one.
And then you guys are doing the trade, so the Indiegogo trade paperback and original Indiegogo art.
Instagram art.
Or Instagram art, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Sonya has an Instagram account, and we draw.
Of course
Usually,
she
it's four images on a board. So we're putting up a lot of those originals that you could buy one
Oh,
and
nice.
help support the campaign.
That's great.
Wow. And then now there is so the original art for the 150. What type of art is that?
The image you saw above from Spider Shark, Snake Bear, and the Debutante Desperado, those are 2 of the 4. As you can see them here on the image here.
Nice.
And then so it's
And also-
one image from each of her movies that's in the trade paperback.
Excellent.
And it also
then
comes with the paperback.
And they're 11 by 14, aren't they, guys?
Yeah, they are 11 by 14.
oh, fantastic. And then you guys are doing for at 200 level, you're doing the trade paperback and commissions.
Yeah, we'll draw something probably in color.
Do you have any
Yep.
decommissioned artwork?
Any who?
Any decommissioned artwork?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I'm sure it's going to happen soon.
And then for 200, you also have the full
Sonya
pack
is a
collector
double
level plus
decommission.
autographs. What? The
This
double
one is
decommission?
cool. This one is something special in my
Oh,
opinion.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And you can appear in a future issue.
And you know, a lot of people who do those just draw the backer into a crowd scene or something.
Mhm.
Not here, baby. You're going to be hanging out with Sonya, being insulted by Sonya, probably teased, because she's not a nice person.
She's not a nice person in the best way.
How did Sonya get her start in acting?
How do you think?
Ooh. Leather or pleather?
It might have just been fabric. I'm not sure.
Oh, you mean it was a 1990 Civic? Oh, okay. There you go. Well, this is cool, guys. And I appreciate you guys coming on the show and sharing your first campaign for your series. Definitely cool. We'll keep, Frank Amazing who's one of our members of the POPXP team. Oh, what do you got there, guys? I just saw you hold something up.
These are the originals
nice.
that are part of the campaign.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh, those are great.
Got to hand it to her.
Are those watercolor or marker? How are they colored?
Markers.
Wow.
Wow.
And then here's some of the Instagrams. Yeah, these are the Instagrams.
Oh, cool.
These are great.
It's getting a little racy there.
Taco Tuesday.
Oh, this is a recent one.
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh, Valentine's Day. We tried to do like slice of life stuff too, with like here's Sonya when she got sick one day, so she put up an Instagram of her being sick because she's physical training on this one. Oh man, I can't get my hands right on this one.
It was not COVID-19, by the way.
Okay.
Just a cold.
Yeah, it predates COVID-19. This one has a cameo appearance by those, but the America Junior guys.
Oh, nice.
Cast of America Junior.
That's great.
This one hasn't been used yet.
Oh.
Oh, beautiful.
Not
Another Valentine's Day one.
Yeah, that
Well, there's Todd's favorite Saturn girl.
it is. I love the Saturn girl, but that top left image,
Mm-hmm.
not your top right, our top left, that is one of my favorite ones that you've ever done.
Wait, which is my left?
No, the other one.
Face.
The other
The
left.
Face to face.
Yeah.
That's
This is really-
magnificent.
This is really hard when you're looking at your, everything's backwards.
It is.
We're not used to being on camera like you guys. Spider Sharks and the Snake Bear. Supergirl.
Very
There's
cool.
Caroline.
It's Caroline Pierce.
She was in Spider Shark, Snake Bear. There's Scott White.
Scott White, my buddy Scott White.
This is actually a really cool concept, because
Seriously, Niall,
this
it-
is
it-
really
it's really
cool.
good.
Like, you guys just need to keep building up your character like in the real world.
You know who
You
would
know?
like this? In all seriousness,
People.
Niall, we should have had him on the show. We should have had Jerry Tucci on the show
Jerry is in jail.
again.
But I mean, that's cool because
You
you
can
could
use some
read.
of our $210 to bail him out.
There you go.
That's
Old
right.
Jerry. Now that's the evil twin.
Hey, hang on a second, Billy. I think that this is Todd has just stumbled into a great Kickstarter idea. Oh no, Indiegogo. We have a fund to get Jerry out of jail. That's one of the perks, and we just keep the money.
Yeah.
What's he gonna do?
I could send you the Jerry picture, the Jerry Tucci picture, and you could put bars in front of him.
What?
Yeah, no, let's not do that.
Yeah.
Actually, because that's such a good idea, I want to do that. It's like, wow, that's a really good idea.
I'll tell you what, though, what you're doing with the Instagram photos and things like that, and if you keep developing your character and really pushing like the independent market, the direct market to the fans, you create that life they can follow on social media with some of these images, posting them up separately, doing real social media with that, plus following the books. I mean, that's a really cool concept.
I tell you, I do all the posting on Sonya's account.
Mm-hmm.
And there
You mean for Sonya? You posted for
Sonya, I do. And there are a couple of guys out there who interact with her like she's a real person. It's a little disturbing sometimes.
and it's not us.
Well, welcome to Earth, Todd.
Yeah. They're like, can you post pictures of your feet? And you're like, dude, this isn't real.
But yes.
He's like, okay. Very cool, though. But yeah, so what I was saying before is Frank Amazing, who's one of our, the POPXP team, one of our producers, one of our co-hosts occasionally. He's really good at making sure that we get, these campaigns out. So we'll keep this in our rotation. And we'll keep posting it on all of our networks as well through Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And we'll keep helping push this for you guys. And you'll definitely reach your goal. And I definitely encourage you to get on some other shows and other things and keep pushing this book because it's really cool. And like I said, I'm looking forward to when we're done jumping on the site and getting a couple of digital issues myself to really dive into it.
And I just heard from the publisher that those digital fulfillments will be taken care of immediately.
Oh, fantastic.
Excellent.
Upon closing.
That's perfect. That's the way it should be. So that's great. So Todd, Brendon, Brian, Nick, people that are new to you guys and what you're doing, I mean, how can they follow what you do? Your social media handles, your websites, where could they go? We'll start with you, Todd.
Well, they should follow Sonya. On Instagram, she's Starring Sonya Devereaux.
Excellent.
And Facebook, it's just the title of the book, Starring Sonya Devereaux. And on Twitter, she's at Starring Sonya.
Awesome. And Brendon and Brian, how can people keep up with what you guys are doing with your projects?
Well, our website is brosfraim.com, brosfraim.com. Facebook, we're the Art of Brendon and Brian Fraim, and Instagram, we're the Fraim Brothers.
Fantastic. And Nick, where can people follow you if they should dare?
I'm in Virginia Beach. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I'm on Instagram. I just joined Twitter. I don't do anything on it. I just joined Twitter so I could give you my Twitter handle. I don't know.
Enjoy Twitter. It's a freaking pit.
Yeah,
it's a freaking pit.
I'm hoping to lose my job and all my friends soon. So
you came to the right place.
Nice. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us on. This was fantastic. I had a lot of fun hanging out with you guys. Special time, $210. I'm so excited about that. So far, it's day one.
And seriously, guys,
it's only a few hours.
It's only a couple hours.
Yeah, the only advice is listen to everybody else's mistakes, learn from them, do your own thing, and be relentless.
Thanks, Tex.
Okay, we will. Sounds good. Thank you. Thank you all, gentlemen. Thank you.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We'll be live tomorrow night with another episode of POPXP. Mr. Tucci.
Yes, sir.
Mr. J. Steve Vaughn. It's been a pleasure as always.
Has it really? That's excellent. That's fantastic, man. I'm so excited now.
I don't know.
You guys are great, man. Anytime you guys want to come on, what a great show.
Seriously, yeah, so absolutely. This has been
when's
a
the
blast.
next episode? We're there
tomorrow.
Yeah. We got another episode tomorrow night. We will have, whether you love him, you hate him. We have Mr. Ethan Van Sciver on the show. You can't deny what you can't.
I love him.
You can't deny what he has done.
I'm indifferent.
He has built a brand. He has done his thing. But we're going to be hanging out with him tomorrow night, talking about what he's doing. Wrecked Planet, which has broke over $1 million on Indiegogo. And we hope you all enjoy it and will join us and enjoy yourselves tomorrow night at 9 p.m., where we will be live with Ethan Van Sciver.
There you go.
All right, everyone, have a great night.
Thanks
so much.
everybody.
Thanks
For watching. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Hey everyone! Thank you for joining us on POPXP. If you haven't already, make sure to click that subscribe button, and also click the bell for notifications when we go live and we upload some awesome new content. Also, don't forget to head on over to Twitter and follow us at the POPXP, and over on Instagram at the POPXP. Thanks again, everyone, and we'll see you soon.